everyone, I'm LeaderofLuxinape. Are you ready for more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword? This is already starting to be a more articulate episode than last time, in which we befriended the entire Kiwi people, and are about to currently now receive a gift from Burcha, the elder of the Kiwis. So, I forget how to climb onto his back. Oh, okay, you just use it like a wall. And you got the slingshot! Use this projectile shooting weapon to fling Deku seeds at your foes. The hard seeds will stun your enemies. The only thing you can kill with this is a keys. Just warning you now. And if you see that wheel of 8 items, those are going to be the main usable items, like replacing such items. They're the main items of the game. Dungeon items are going to appear in there. With that slingshot query, you should be able to find a path into the deep woods where that temple is. To get started, why don't you shoot that vine over, huh? Couldn't wait to shoot it, could you? Well, query, I suppose that's a good thing. It will make my explanation that much easier to understand. Blah 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 blah. That's the thing that I said I sequence broke before. Rolling into that and making the vine fall will cause you to lose out the tutorial on shooting. You press B, you can hold B to access the wheel like with dowsing and your adventure pouch, but you've only got the slingshot, then you hold A and then release to shoot. But, yeah, its biggest use is in solving puzzles. You won't be using the slingshot that often to fight off enemies simply because the only thing it can do is stun, and unlike previous 3D Zelda games, it does not automatically follow an enemy you target. You're required to use the motion controls. But if you're not as good at the sword fighting as I am, which is kind of pathetic given how bad I am at the sword fighting, then you might want to use the slingshot to start stunning enemies. If you can manage to pick off a Gwei with it, then you're pretty good, but again, it's not really that required, and I see Deku Baba here that hasn't been killed yet, so I have a feeling that there's something up here that I haven't done yet. Nope. Guess I was wrong. It's weird. Usually just kill this guy. And by usually I mean in my original file and the 2 failed recordings, plus my practice file. So I actually have played the game enough times, or this part of the game at least, to have a usually. But just to run from the Gweis, and there should be a couple of goblins in here parading about. And actually I think there's just the one now that I think of it. There we go. You're not going to give me your belt skull, so I can be on my way. And we got a save point up here. And got a really nice view of the entire woods from here. Just pull out your dowsing and select regular first-person view so the sword isn't in there, and just look around for a second. And remember that this is a standard def game. Think about that when you say Nintendo can't compete with the other console makers graphically. Anyway, that's how you shoot down a vine. That's what the tutorial was about. Master Link, now would be an excellent time to arm you with additional information regarding the use of your items. You should be aware that you can instantly ready blah 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 blah. I just said that. I thought that was going to be something more important than a tutorial. My apologies. So, just swing on the vine. I think this is going to be the one. No, this is not the one where you need to actually ascend on the vine. You need to swing properly, which apparently I'm unable to do. But there we go. Mysterious legs, mysterious Rambai. A little awkward skipping the music. Nothing really to criticize. Skyward Sword. It's this Zelda game has good music because Zelda game. Yay. And you get to highlight a new piece of the map. This is the Deep Woods. It's basically an extension of the Pharaon Woods because I don't think the Wii could load the entire area in one bit.
I have confirmed the plant life of this area matches that of Pharaon Woods. We have reached the area locally referred to as the Deep Woods. Now we should continue toward the temple in search of Zelda.
That's the line that I was thinking she would say before. Right off the bat, you got a Bokoblin leader that you're supposed to stun before you can do that. But if you take him out first, you shouldn't have a problem. And then you got a B. And Zelda's that way somewhere. Alright. For this, don't bother healing yourself from getting stung by these guys. Just try to cut all the grass away from the tree as possible. Your sword swing should drive them off, and they shouldn't be able to take off that many hearts. The closer you get to the hive, obviously more are going to come. But what you want to do is roll into the tree and grab the thing that falls out of the hive. You got hornet larvae. They're a precious source of protein that comes from a Deku hornet's hive. This material might be good for making something. This is a really jerkish treasure to get at this point because you have no way of fighting off the hornets. You just got to... Really? Actually, I don't know how to... Yeah, there we go. Swinging your sword enough should drive them off. But now I really need these. Don't worry, later this episode, we should be able to get an item that will make getting hornet larvae a lot less jerkish and pain-ridden, considering that several important upgrades involve using them. You know what? I'm just going to shield bash you. Nice reaction. There we go. Yeah, we can grab some Deku Seeds. That should, I believe, be 5. Yes, it is. Alright, slingshot ammo is now full. But we're going to use some up again just to sanctify our passing. And just wave sword like crazy until the bug goes away. You can go away, bug. Please. I'm saying please. There we go. And then cross this bridge. You would be very badly molested by Deku Hornets had you not taken the hive down like that. And I have a feeling I was going to say something witty, but I can't do that. I guess I just lack the ability. I don't know how to funny people. Heard it here first. Push that down. And we can be heading onwards where, if you were looking closely, you would have caught sight of not the Bokoblin, but a familiar face up there by that other log. Though killing the Bokoblin is just as rewarding because it actually gives you the treasure. That is some good timing. Alright, so we already got a fifth of the treasures and Octorok. Just like that. Got a ledge up here, just be very envious that Link can do this without stabbing himself. There should be a Zelda game where you can stab yourself by accident. Why? I don't know. Just... someone will think of a reason for this. Now, if you want to get rid of those things, you can shoot them with your slingshot. You can also, if I can figure out how gravity works, you can also stun the Bokoblin and run down the tightrope. I actually just discovered this. and then jostle the bokoblin off, climb back on. That is easily the path of least resistance. Simply charging across is not going to do you very good because the bokoblins, it'll be able to like hit you and stuff. Now you may have noticed a couple tree stumps like this throughout the woods. Hold on a second. You're not going to get my treasure? Okay. Anything that you can sit down on. You might have noticed chairs in the Knight Academy. Even the toilets in the Knight Academy let you do this. You can sit down, and you'll slowly replenish your hearts, and be able to take in such a great view like this. This was intended to look like a painting. I think they pulled that off pretty well. But we still must press onward and find Zelda and stuff. So don't worry about falling off into the endless abyss. Skyward Sword is exponentially more forgiving than Twilight Princess was about this. It doesn't take any health away, and you'll respawn very near where you were before. Also, money. You can also see we're very rapidly approaching our limit. Alright, here we go. This is a new enemy, I think. Yes, it is. Target lock, Quadro Baba. This violent plant is widespread in wooded areas. It'll attempt to bite anything that approaches it. More rare than the regular Deku Baba, the Quadro Baba has greater stamina, a golden husk, and dynamic mouth are this plant's distinguishing features. That means that it takes 2 hits instead of 1, and it has the ability to open its mouth horizontally and vertically. And also eat you. But, just like any other Zelda game, cutting it at its stem, cutting it at the source, takes that faster. And Gorko! Now there's a face I know! Hey, bud! Oh, I have to re-talk you. I tell you, your timing could not have been better. Look here, I stumbled onto one of these things right now, and it looks just like something I've seen in those ancient texts. It's a box. It's a box. I hope you're looking at this properly. It's a box. If I remember right, yep, this is one of those things the goddess was said to have left behind for the hero legend. Pretty amazing, right? I even thought up a name for these things. I've been calling them goddess cubes. Making sense, right? Those ancient texts say some real interesting stuff about these things. How did it go again? Let me see. Yeah. Summon forth the light from a heavenly blade, and may that sword's master receive aid. So there you have it. So you got yourself a sword there. What do you say we try and crack the mystery of these cubes together? Sure thing. Quote unquote old buddy, old pal. Hey, thanks a billion. This cube is made of some sort of metal I've never seen. I've wailed on it, but nothing happens. Majora's Mask say, him wailing on it, that's some pretty tough stuff. You know, bud, I would say the key to cracking this egg is that one line, you know? The light from a heavenly blade. As if they didn't make it painfully obvious enough already. All you need to do is Skyward strike the thing. Whoa! Did you see that? The cube just shot up into the sky. I think it reacted to that whirly beam thing that shot out of your sword. Where do you think that cube shot out to anyway? This mystery just got a whole lot more, mysterious. Texts say there are cubes like that one all over this land. Tell you what, you blast as many of those cubes as you can find. If you find out more of them along the way, you come see me. Okay, so Goddess cubes seem to have some effect on the sky, which is kind of interesting because we came from the sky. Hit another Goddess cube right here. Goddess cubes. They give you 2 of them right in a row just because the first one was getting introduced to what they are and how to activate them, and the second one is just kind of an obvious cash-in. And the third one is, if I say Zelda in there, we go in there, find Zelda soon. I'm going to put on the number of goddess cubes total in the game on screen now. Those goddess cubes, they get a lot harder to find than just being out in the open very quickly. There are none that you can go back to, just so you can't sequence break the game and unlock a goddess cube before you talk to Gorko there. There are none back in Faron Woods or the Sealed Grounds that we can access now. There are also none in Skyloft, as we will see momentarily. Very quickly, before we do as I've hinted and return to Skyloft, this is a very weird secret. You have to shoot the jewels on this bird, only the green ones, to get 6 rupees. I don't know why they thought of that, but they did. And you're going to want to hit this. That'll open the door into this temple. Which I forgot that we're automatically going to go into, because as I've been really pathetically hinting for the past 20 minutes, we're not going to want to deal with this place immediately. So, if you could be so kind as to hurry up and make Phi's speech about this place very short. This place being Skyview Temple. Very nice place, an excellent first dungeon for Skyward Sword, as we will see soon. And by soon, I mean probably the next episode.
Master, I have bad news. The auras of many creatures reverberate throughout this temple. As a result, I can't isolate Zelda's aura. You will not be able to track her here. Given the situation, I suggest you look around to see where we should move next.
You know where I'm looking? Backwards. Because, yeah. The speech that I skipped over was basically saying you should be prepared. Make sure you have shield. Make sure you have potion. Yeah. Another Baba here. You descended from above. Look to the star. That's pretty much telling you how to unlock the thing. Could have sworn there was a way to get to another goddess cube. As of now. Alright, I'm thinking something later on. But, and the final but this will be, remember how I was all making a big deal about the sky and the goddess cubes have something to do with the sky? Of course you remember because I just said it. Well, that's another function of bird statues. If you're on the ground, you can use them to return to the sky. Link is not stuck down on this mysterious world. He can return to his hometown of Skyloft to do stuff. And the sky also has one other very interesting perk besides being able to explore the Sky Islands, which I don't intend to do very much right now because we lack any items to do so. And as Phi is showing us now, every goddess cube you hit unlocks a corresponding goddess treasure chest in the sky. And you can open these treasure chests to get several things. Collecting all of these is important for 100% because it's part of 100%. And even if you don't want to go for 100% in pickups and stuff, and you just want all items and all pieces of heart, this is also still vital because several pieces of heart and 1 bottle are also obtained from this. The majority of the rest are just rupees. So you're going to want to follow the way I get goddess chests. I use beacons and put them on wherever I see a chest. This is our first one. I believe this one or the other one is a piece of heart. This one is a piece of heart, okay. So we already only need 2 more heart pieces to get another heart container. Which is great considering that I've hinted that the first boss is rather difficult for a first boss. I have no trouble with it now, with my level of experience, but yeah, I died twice the first time I tried. If you notice that little guy up on top of there that spit the homing rock that almost hit us, that is another variation of Octorok. There's no way you can get Phi to bio this kind, but she said that there was a grass Octorok that is a sky Octorok. There is also one other type of Octorok that I don't feel like spoiling until we see it, because we've seen the other two. And nice music, and I am incredible at beacon placement, apparently. I got it right on top of the chest. That takes some skill. Somehow, some way, that was pure skill. And pure skill makes my adventure pouch bigger, apparently. This is a way you can carry more consumable items. You can get 4 upgrades to your adventure pouch to give yourself 8 slots, basically. If you want to go in here, this is also a cool thing. This is one of my favorite places in Skyward Sword. The spiritual successor to the bar in Twilight Princess, but they can't make it a bar without getting another T rating. Welcome to the Lumpy Pumpkin. This is just one of those nice laid-back places. You can sit around. Yep, that's pretty much the description of it. The waitress doesn't even offer you any food. You can just sit back and enjoy yourself. You got fake Harry Potter over here. You got old guy here. And, most importantly, as you saw, you got a piece of heart on the chandelier. And actually, this is also sort of important. Important Skyloftian characters I'm also going to do the bios for. You most likely recognize this guy from Groos's Entourage. So, formally, we get to, instead of just calling him by that tall, skinny guy who goes with Groos, this is Stritch from Ostrich, a tall and quiet student at the Night Academy. Known for his obsession with bugs, he'll speak at length about them if given the chance. He has plans to create a bug paradise. Remember that. He won't really say anything important to you, other than just mentioning bugs and suggesting something about bug nets and saying that you can get one from Beetle's Air Shop, just like we already learned. But remember that he wants to create a bug paradise, and remember that he is here. You see that piece of heart? You can't use your slingshot in here to get it down, but what you can do is roll into the railing and knock the chandelier onto the table. Why would you do that? Get down and come here this instant. Yep, that you have to do this to get 100%. So, in other news, 2 pieces of heart right in a row. I've never actually talked to all 3 of the people here. I think I've only talked to her before. Alrighty. Old guys in Zelda games always say funny things. What do you have to say? And he's then being rambling. Yep. Typical old guy in a Zelda game. You can't escape this. You will be forced to talk to him here. He'll yell at you a lot if you try to leave. So it's in your best interest to talk to him. What is wrong with you? Just look at what you've done. You broke my fancy custom ordered chandelier. You're gonna be working for me for free until you pay off every single rupee that chandelier cost me. Got that? Ready to own up to your responsibility? Alright, fine. That's right, now I'm gonna hold you to that. Let's not waste any time putting you to work. I need to deliver my famous soup to Aegis. I thought his name was Egan the whole time. I was thinking of the Pokemon guy. God, Sam, yeah. Skyloft's Knight Commander. Knight Commander is a regular here. He says he can't get his day started without a bowl of my soup. What do you say? Are you ready to deliver some soup to the Knight Commander? Sure thing. I guess in the long run, it's a good thing that I kept the bottle empty, because, it's actually a good thing that I'd failed to catch the ferry, because I can do the side quest now instead of waiting until after I did the dungeon to come back. Even better, I already got the goddess chest on this island, which is called Pumpkin Landing. And now we have to race back to Skyloft and give this to the Knight Commander within 5 minutes. Or we have to go back and do more. When you are not working for him, you can buy hot pumpkin soup. I'm going to put on the price and how much health it restores, because it does restore health. I don't think it's much better than the heart potion, if it is at all. But gotta do some... Don't really need to worry about getting the Skyloft in time. There was even a sign in the Lumpy Pumpkin that I just didn't point out because I didn't think it was very important, that said Skyloft is only a flap or two away or something, so yeah. It's also, you may notice, Skyloft is scaled down for some reason when you're flying around in the sky. I'm not positive why. I guess it's just so they don't have to go through all the detail, but you'll notice it's like half the size of it. Link is easily bigger than the door to the sparring hall. Not sure why. I know it's a common thing in RPGs for buildings to be bigger on the inside than on the outside, but yeah. Gonna want to hot pumpkin soup, or actually talk to him, and give him the soup. Give him the soup. I said no by accident. Also, the guy who owns the Lumpy Pumpkin, his name is Pum. The waitress, his daughter, her name is Kina. Yeah. I like puns. This good pun. So, you'll drink his pumpkin soup. So good! This is the stuff. Pumpkin soup is best piping hot. Well done. Say thanks to the owner for me. So, we kind of just got ourselves started on a long and arduous side quest that I am not prepared to take the next step on because we can't even do it until we're further into the game. So instead, we're going to take the obvious hints that they've been shoving up our throats ever since we started the game, that there are important things you can get from Beetle's Air Shop. Yes, I know, Instructor Owlin had something to say. It's also something I can't really do right now. So, if you check your map, you will be able to see Beetle's Air Shop on it. That thing there is Beetle's Air Shop. It does move around. It's not one fixed thing. And you'll remember that we were not able to get into it before. What you have to do is, provided I can find it, there we go, you have to get the attention of Beetle, the owner. How do you do that? By ringing the bell, of course. You need the slingshot for this. You can't hit it with the Skyward Strike for some reason. Do that, it'll lower the rope. And you can get on. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I just wasted 2 slingshot pellets then. Come on. There we go. Oh, I actually predicted I'd waste 2 slingshot pellets. That's weird. Alright. For real this time. We're gonna... There we go. Remember Beetle from the Wind Waker? This guy is even weirder. Oh, you've come all this way! So rare to have a customer here! Why do you have the same voice as some other character that I'm forgetting? Beetle's Air Shop has everything you could ever want. Please take a look around. If you actually buy something, that would be even better. Okay. Finally! So people will stop nagging us about it. You can get a bug net. 50 rupees. You can make a net profit off of it because you're able to sell bugs later for a lot of money. And it helps you upgrade potions and stuff. It's another item on your item wheel, which is cool. And yeah. You've also got another adventure pouch, which costs our max amount of cash, which we don't have at all. As well as also having this heart-shaped metal that resembles the heart pieces a little bit. That costs more than twice what our max amount of cash is right now. But this third thing, not the sold out sign, this third thing will let you increase the maximum amount of cash you can have. You can spend 100 rupees to get the ability to carry 300 more rupees. Now making our max capacity as 600, and you even get the little plus 300 icon there, which is nice. But doesn't look like we have enough money to buy anything else, so let's head out and test out our new bug net before we do anything else. Or, well, really, test out our new bug net and then end the episode, because it's been over half an hour already, and next episode is going to be all dungeon dancing, so let's end this on a high note. When you have your bug net out, you can target any flying bugs. And there we go. You caught one blessed butterfly. These insects are commonly found in every province. In rare cases, you can find them flying in strange locations. There we go. We already have 1/4 of all the collectible bugs. And I want to grab this one too. Basically, blessed butterflies are the amber relics of bugs. They are everywhere. And they're common, but they're also cheap and you need a lot of them to upgrade stuff. I know you can pick up hearts with your bug net, but that just looks kind of lazy. But I did say that we'd end things off on a high note, so how about we talk to Gully and show off our new bug net to him? Hi, Link! What? You went to Beetle's Air Shop without me? That's so unfair. Haha! I'm better than you! I'm better than you! I can phase this through your neck, through your body, through your face, through your really weird spiral-shaped cheeks and 3 buck teeth. I am a true master of something. Not really. But next time on The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, we are going to head into the Skyview Temple for real in search of Zelda. Till then, I'm LeaderofLuxinape, signing off.